Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Hearthstone deck video. Today we are looking at a deck made by Tith, and he was playing a TAUNT warrior over the last couple of days, and I'm really not sure how good the deck is, but we are still trying that today. I'm really not sure. So a lot of taunts in the deck, like the Dirty Red, you have the Public Defender, 2 mana, the 7 taunt, you have stuff like the Fierce Monkey, you have the Bloodhoof Brave, then you have the LA Armorsmith and the Soggoth the Slitherer at the big end taunt, and on top of that you have lots of buff cards like Don Show, give a random minion in your hand +5/+5. You have the Grimy Gadgeteer that will give a random minion in your hand +2/+2. You have the Smuggler that will give a random minion in your hand +1/+1, and then the Stolen Goods that will give a taunt minion in your hand +3/+3. So a lot of stuff that will buff your taunts, make them bigger and give you a nice wall that will especially, or at least it should work against the Pirate Warrior, for example, or other aggressive decks. They will just run into your taunts and you will laugh at them, right? So not sure how the deck is performing against other decks, like let's see a Reno Lock or stuff like that. But at least against the aggressive decks, that should work out. If it is doing that, we are now seeing into some games. We might just lose every game, but I will still upload the video so you can enjoy the content anyway and see if the deck is any good. So let's head into some games now. Game 1, Warrior versus Druid. And the Druid is probably running Jade Golems, or really not sure if the taunts are that great against the Jade Golems. If the Jade Golems are getting bigger and bigger, you should run into problems there. So, but anyway, we have the 3 walks here, which is pretty good for the start, and the Acolyte of Pain, which should help us to draw some cards, especially if he's going a bit slower and the Jade Golems are coming out on turn 2 or 3, yeah. So, let's start with that. And one new card, that's the Public Defender. The small 2 mana taunt with 0 attack currently. Also Dirty Red. No buff cards. And I really like a small buff here. Opponent is coining into the Wild Growth. So it's definitely a fast start for him. Don Show is coming. Well, let's get the 3 walks here on the board, which might help us with some early trades. And which might also help us to get the Acolyte of Pain in the right position that we can draw at least 2 cards. Otherwise, with the hand as it is right now, we can't do much. We just drop Dirty Red here on the board. That is not very helpful. Jade Blossom, that's a 1/1 golem. So we are trying the Acolyte of Pain here and not killing the Jade Golem. The 1/1 is a nice target for the Acolyte of Pain. But he might just drop a Wrath on that. So let's finger crossed that he's not doing that. We're probably not seeing a swipe here on the Acolyte of Pain. That would be a bit wasteful. Yeah, there's a Nourish, he's drawing 3 new cards. Could find Inner Weight plus a Wrath, of course. Otherwise we're drawing at least 2 cards. Yeah, that's the case. Great. Also Stolen Goods. Battle Rage. So let's drop the Gadgeteer. And hopefully we can buff one of the taunts. But Don Show would also not be that bad. Yeah, we're dropping the buff on the Dirty Red. It's a 4/8 now for 2 mana. Pretty good. Swipe. We're drawing another card. LA Armorsmith. And 3 cards from the Acolyte of Pain, so the maximum we could get there. And another few War Eggs. So we are definitely using the Stolen Goods here. Let's see what we can buff. Public Defender is now 3/10. Could also play the Dirty Red. There's a high chance that we are stealing one of his Battlecry minions. But in a worst case, he is getting the auctioneer. So we might want to wait one more turn. Yeah, let's wait one more turn. We're just dropping the public defender now. If we then get an auctioneer next turn, we can just kill that with the weapon and the public defender. It is Brann Bronzebeard and Jade Spirit. So 2 times. Ooh, another stolen goods. Gonna be good. This time we are buffing the Fierce Monkey. Let's get the Dirty Red on the board. And there is Aya Black Paw. Alright, so we're definitely destroying the Brann Bronzebeard. And let's draw 2 more cards. Oh, another Battle Rage. Soggoth the Slitherer. So Aya will spawn him a 4/4 Jade Golem. And with 6 cards in his hand, more are coming. Barrel Rage. So we're gonna kill that Dirty Red. Really don't think that the Jade Golem deck is a good matchup for the Taunt one here. Living Roots. Wow, interesting. So he wants to keep his small minions here and just wasted Living Roots on that. 5/5 Jade Golem. Ooh, Doppelgangsters. So, Don, where are you going? What do you give me? And we are hitting the LA Armorsmith. 7/12. Wow. That is big. But I mean, his board is getting bigger and bigger, so we really need some big stuff. Norwich, more card draws for him. Definitely expecting to see a 6/6 Jade Golem now. There you go, Jade Spirit. Well done. Well done. So, LA Armorsmith. And we can also look at the Fierce Monkey. But as the Jade Golems are getting bigger and bigger, our minions are getting smaller and smaller in comparison because we don't have any more big buff cards here. Donna and Show is by far the biggest one. And we are now seeing a swipe, I would say. Balnos, Innerweight and Swipe. It is a Breath for 5. He has played 2 Living Roots, so there shouldn't be another one. Yep, so getting 7 armor here. Getting another 7 armor. Straight into that. Still have the Fierce Monkey on the board. So there's the Innerweight. And we see the Shapeshift here. Jade Idolmont, he is dropping that into the deck, okay. Which of course means he's drawing 1 card from the Blood Mage Salnos. He has only 1 card in his hand currently. But more is definitely coming. Let's play the Battle Rage first. We're drawing 2 new cards. Another Eliamos Smith and the Fight Promoter. Which is currently not that helpful. Need to clear the board. I mean, we still have 1 execute, so 1 Jade Golem can be dealt with at the auctioneer. Well done. Wild Growth. So he's getting 2 new cards now, at least. And if he's finding the Jade Idol, that will be pretty bad. High chance for that. Yay, inner weight. Jade Idol, Jade Idol. Well, wait, it is. So, where's the Jade Idol, huh? No Jade Idol at all. That is pretty unusual. So, we're gonna drop the Fight Promoter. We're drawing 2 new cards. The Armorsmith and a Shield Slam. So, that will be interesting.
Take this. Job's done.
So we still have another Shield Slam in the deck, right? So we have 3 cards to clear 3 big Jade Golems. But after that, game might be over. Swipe, finally. Found your first swipe. There you go, that's the first swipe. There is a big Jade Idol. Gonna kill that with the execute. And that's it for 1. Hopefully the Grimy here is buffing the Soggoth or the Doppelgangsters. Really need that. It's the Soggoth, so that is a 7-11 now. Jade Golems are currently at 8-8. Oh, there you go. Here comes an 8-8. And a 9-9. Just like that. Oh, that was nice of you. So we can keep the Grimy here. So Shield Slam the 9-9. We are taking care of the Jade Behemoth. Could also kill the Drake, but we really need the extra buff. So maybe we are keeping that on the board for now.
Start running.
If we clear the Drake now, that will be our last buff card. There is a small buff card in the deck left. I mean, we have 6 cards left. Really can't do much now. And the game should be over. We still have a swipe, but he can't use that on the Soggoth. We're trading. So all our small cards here are not very useful right now. Just found more and more taunts. Also, the chance to buff the Doppelgangsters again is so slim that we can't keep them here in the hand. If we're not going to attack here with the Soggoth, he will just use the 8-1 to kill the Soggoth. So let's hit the Ancient of War instead. Three cards in hand, 2 cards left in the deck, and there should still be Jade Idols. Yeah, he's now playing Fandral. And another Jade Idol, so he's getting a 9-9 on the board. And more Jade Idols in the deck. Oh, he's not playing... That's interesting. Just hitting the face here, and he's not playing another Jade Idol. Wow. Very useful. Oh, very useful. That means he can play the Jade Idols and we just lose the game. The last 3 cards, there's 1 Shield Slam left. And because he now can play the Jade Idols, he's just creating more. Well, there you go. And that is the end of the game. Because we can't win anymore. Game 2, and this one brings us a hunter. Pretty unusual currently to see any kind of hunter on the ladder. There are so few in between all the pirate warriors, pirate rogues, pirate shamans. I have a Shield Slam, Field Warwick, Acolyte of Pain and the Bloodhoof. That should definitely work out. Well, let's keep that. So right now you can either expect to find a secret hunter that is still playing most of the cards before Gadgetzan, or you can expect to see the buff hunter. Both decks are currently not that great. So he's going for the Kindly Grandmother. And I like to use the coin here to play the Acolyte of Pain. If he's not dropping a weapon, we normally should draw at least 2 cards from the Acolyte of Pain. And we can then use the War Axe to clear the 3-2. Yeah, there's a weapon. So good for him. And double Shield Slam. So let's just drop the Fierce Monkey. He will then use the weapon of the Kindly Grandmother to kill that. Getting the Big Bad Wolf on the board. Oh, he's using the kill command for that. So, Secret Keeper, he's playing then some secrets. But we are just dropping more minions with Taunt on the board. Next up is the LA Armorsmith. I mean, we still have the weapon here. Could also play the Shield Slam. Second kill command already, nothing for the face. Grading into the Kindly Grandmother, getting the Big Bad Wolf. Now let's see. Let's see. Hopefully we can clear that. That's the case. He might have a cat there. We find out. And there's not the cat. So probably we will not trigger that secret anytime soon. At least not as long as he had the Eagle on bow out. Always Huffer. Always Huffer. Let's clear the Huffer. We are dropping the Grimy. Let's get some armor. And hopefully we can buff the LA Armorsmith here. That would be pretty huge. But also the Doppelgangster is nice. There you go. That's a 4-9 now. We can even play Donna and Show next turn. Buffing either the LA Armorsmith or the Doppelgangsters. Yeah, and you need to kill the Grimy. Otherwise you're in trouble. So let's assume that we have a freezing trap there. And then I really want to have the Dawn back and not dropping the LA here and get that back into the hand. Ooh, Dirty Red 7-11. Master, yeah, I'm pretty fine to get the Dawn back. If that is a freezing trap. we don't care for that. So let's just give him more damage in the face, right? Ah, no freezing trap. Alrighty. So, LA Armorsmith coming in play. And with the Shield Slam, we're taking care of the big bad wolf here. Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, just give him more armor. Back to 20, back to 22. So what can we expect here? Explosive trap. And either a cat trick. Do we have we played a spell so far? I'm not sure. Might also be a bear trap. Oh, that's the explosive trap. Let's try again. So it is a bear trap. Not a real problem. We will now play the Battle Rage, drawing 2 more cards. Get the Acolyte of Pain, get an Armorsmith. We will use the Dirty Red here to see what he has in hand. Okay, that is not a minion. And let's just drop the LA Armorsmith, and I guess we can play another Battle Rage. 2 more cards in the hand. Shield block and a Brave. And there's a Conceit. So against the Hunter, the deck is pretty good. But unfortunately, our third game is not using, our third opponent's not using a Hunter. And we're also not seeing any Pirate Warriors, we're not seeing any aggressive Shamans. So can't test the deck there. Gonna replace all 3 cards here. And that is a slow start. Get the War Axe. Oh, that is decent. But again, if he's playing Jade Golems, we don't have much to do. That's a Living Roots. He's getting some Zeppelins on the board. Are you playing some tokens? Definitely possible. And if he's playing tokens, we might want to kill one of the Zeppelins now. But I mean, you could just drop them here and play the Jade Golems. So for now, let's wait. Coin into Jade Blossom, though it is another Jade Golem deck. And we are deeply in trouble then. Yeah, kill the Acolyte of Pain. Stolen Goods it is. Oh, we can buff the Fierce Monkey here. But we can't play it then the same turn. Which could be a problem. So probably going into the Grimy here instead. And let's clear the Jade Golem. So he is forced to use his Shapeshift to clear the Grimy. Means he only has 3 mana next turn to play. If he's not using a spell, of course. So we're buffing the Grimy here again. So that's a 6/5 now. Yeah, use the Feral Rage. 2 more on the face. Fight Promoter. I like to go into the Stolen Goods. Dropping the Fierce Monkey, 6/7. Then probably next turn the Grimy. That is behind a nice taunt wall. So we should be able to get the effect 2 rounds. Okay, a hit. Shapeshift, will you also attack? That would be strange. So yeah, Grimy on the board. The Armorsmith on the board. We are clearing the small Jade Spirit here, and let's hit him for 6. We're buffing Don Han Show. That one on the other hand will buff another creature next turn. Probably. I mean, you could also play the Fight Promoter, but we are at 7 mana, so we normally want to play the Don Han Show then. Would be so great if the Grimy can stay on the board. So, got that Ancient of War. We are buffing another nice Taunt, not bad. We could attack just here, but then we're not getting any effect. So for now, let's just wait one more turn. We're buffing the Bloodhoof again, that's a 9/13. Three Jade Golem. And a 4/4 Jade Golem. So right now the game is way better than the first one, because he is getting slower with the Jade Golems here. That is a huge help. Probably we are taking the damage and losing the Armorsmith. Also drawing 2 cards here, maybe with the Fight Promoter. I mean, we could use the Battle Rage, which would give us potentially more cards. Then we can still drop the... yeah, that would be better.
Strike.
We're gonna kill that. Let's trade a bit here, shall we? Also, we have a 9/13, so normally we can just hit the face. Oh yeah, we're just hitting the face, that's even better. He's down to 10, getting the huge Taunty on the board. And instead of drawing a card, we're just taking the armor. So the Fight Promoter is a 6/6. He's down to 10, and we have a huge Taunt on the board. So currently his damage output here is 7/11. So with the Shapeshift that would be 12. Not good enough to take out the Brave in any form. There's a Swipe, which helps him take out the Grimy. Now we can kill the Bloodhoof, but we still have a 7 here on the board, and we have the weapon, so that is 10. Interesting enough, we win the matchup. So maybe the deck is good against Jade Golems. Maybe. So against aggressive decks, the Taunt deck is definitely working wonderful. Against more mid-range to control decks, there are a few problems here and there. So, but please try the deck out and write in the comments how you liked it. If you have some replacements, some improvements for the deck, just use the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video, like always, give me a like, thumbs up and a subscription to my channel so you get notified when I will upload more content. Thanks you for watching and have a nice evening. Bye bye.